What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Brendan, aka Drip from Team D.D.D, back with another video. And in today's video, we have my pure blue eyes list that I took to locals and actually went X1 with it. Got third place. I kind of took my previous pure list and threw this together with some other cards that I was wanting to test out, and the cards that I wanted to test out were actually relatively really nice. What I mean by pure, it's not like what a lot of people would consider the most competitive version of pure. This is a version that I was just wanting to play to have fun, which when I like to play pure, I like to play Blue Eyes Ultimate Alternative since I don't have Magia. So I like to play Blue Eyes Ultimate Alternative. Even if I had Magia, I would like to try to find a hybrid between the two of that version and this version. Definitely since I've made Priestess relevant. Priestess being able to easily turbo Magia is insane. It's super easy to turbo Magia with Priestess. So like you also turbo Alternative Ultimate with Priestess. So like ever since I made that connection, the versions are just it's endless what you can do. But I really like this list. It's 42, which I don't really like because I don't like going over 40. But it was fairly consistent. My only loss was to White Forest, Fiendsmith, Azamina. I lost a time to my buddy Andrew. Shoutouts to him. But other than that, the deck was very, very good, very, very consistent. But let's go ahead and get into this video. This is a tournament list, so I will have the the side deck. Shouts to my new DDS, my 4th copy. We are running 3 vanilla in this version. Kaiba would be happy. I only bricked on vanilla twice. But what's crazy is I bricked on 2 vanilla twice and still ended up winning the game, which is insane. Vanilla is not that much of a brick in hand anymore. It's just not. So it doesn't hurt to draw it. Then for more big dragons, we got the 1 alternative and then the 1 jet. Jet is mandatory pretty much for the protection, the bounce, all that. And alternative is actually not that much of a brick. It's only a brick when you have no way to get to vanilla. But I play several different ways to get to a vanilla. And True Light being able to summon back alternative is insane because this card's cracked. It's like a soft once per turn. So like several situations where I held my True Light effect because I always like to try to hold it. I went alternative effect, bait out and negate because they have to respect this card. Bait out and negate, they negate it. I synchro it away, or link it away, or whatever the case may be. And then use True Light to bring it back, and then use its effect again. It's absolutely disgusting. Not only that, like alternative, yeah, it's a brick, but it's copium for me at the end of the day. But I don't care. This card's always been near and dear to me. So like I don't know. If I can run it, I run it. But like I said, this version runs more bricks in the form of 3rd vanilla and alternative that other people that like pure probably wouldn't like. But I like it, and that's all that matters. And well, actually, I would like for you guys to like it too. But if for the haters, I like it. That's all that matters. Tuners, 3 Sage. Shout out to my buddy Andrew for pulling the ulti and making me pay for it because I couldn't pull it. I need 2 more. 3 Maiden. 1 Priestess. I'm put y'all on this. Shout out to my beautiful German print. The best foreign copy in the game. German print. Can't change my mind. I'm put y'all on this, and I'm going to keep preaching to y'all about her. She's absolutely disgusting. Definitely if you're running pure and running more dragons. It's a no-brainer to run her. And then 1 legend and 1 ancients. I thought about cutting the ancients, honestly, for master, but ancients actually came up several times in testing. Because like my first initial thought was like, okay, I have several different ways to get to Jet, and the only way I thought this would be mandatory is if I'm running like Abyss Dragon or something like that, along with all the other ones. But actually I was wrong, and this card actually came up quite a bit, definitely with its recyclability effect. I would just like to try to trim this deck down somehow and then fit in a master as well, because this version can pump out your Synchro 12 Ultimate Spirit, like hard make it, and its ability to be able to resummon itself after you hard make it's really nice, because you can't resummon it unless you hard make it, because it doesn't count as a synchro summon. I've seen some people going around online talking about how you can. That is a lie, big fat lie. That is illegal, and you're gonna get in trouble for cheating. But yeah, and then the best guy on the deck besides Sage is 3 Neo Kaiju Seahorse. This card is absolutely disgusting. Being able to chain block your spirit, being able to foolish any of these basically to the graveyard, plus your big dragons, is absolutely disgusting and absolutely just mandatory. Moving on to the rest of the engine, I'm back up to 3 wishes. In pure, I think 3s you can get away with. Even in some versions of like Primite, you can get away with 3. People cut this to 1. I find that very incorrect. 2 standard, and no matter what version you play, this card single-handedly allows you to play through Droll and Lockbird, and it single-handedly allows you to play through double hand trap, and potentially even 3 hand traps. So this card is it's emergency teleport. Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't run it. It's also, once you get access to Vanilla, it's instant access to Jet, which is nice to be able to get it in rotation. Then 1 Maws, and then the brick of the deck, Fusion. Ultimate Fusion is, like, in my opinion, the only true brick of this deck, because the other ones do something more than this. This requires most setup out of any of the cards in the deck, even more so than this, Majesty. I don't know. I actually don't mind hard drawing this. I really don't. And then the 1 True Light. That's it for the Blue Eye spells. All this is standard, self-explanatory. Hand traps, Imperm. It's Imperm. 3 Veiler, aka another starter. More tuners. 3 Fua. 3 Ash. That's it for the hand traps. There's nothing else that I really feel like I was missing. These all put in work. Fua was really nice, being able to draw into more engine, and the people that played into it, when they didn't, I have my consistency was high enough to where I didn't need it. For the generic spells, 1 Pot of P, Prosperity. The card is really nice, being able to help you dig for anything else you may need. It's Prod of Prosperity. It's at 1 for a reason. And I was wanting to test 1 for 1 because people still are like combo ignorant, and they don't know that Maiden can be used from the field. They just watch like 1 or 2 combo videos online and learn the combo instead of the actual deck. So 1 for 1 is really nice, even though it kind of feels like a neg 2 if they ash it. But what's really nice is if they ash it, then your wishes just resolves for free. 1 Foolish because it's a 4th Neo Kaiju Seahorse, and I just wanted to minimize bricking on alternative, because like if you draw alternative, you can just use Foolish to send Legend and then use Legend to add Vanilla from that point, and just continue to combo off from there. And it also just gets access. It can send Anxious to combo off. It can send Jet. It can send anything, and it's this card. Like, I'll play through like 3 hand traps, and then I had this card left in hand with a Roar or whatever. And I just use this to send Maiden, and then use the Roar to summon Vanilla, and then trigger Maiden effect, set the trap card, and then trap cards set wishes, and you can continue to combo off from there. So Foolish Beryl is really nice in that regard. And the last card in the entire deck is Sacked by the Grave. So I didn't know what else to really put in this slot, and then like I just think it's really nice to have, even though it's a 1-of. One thing I will say though is I can honestly see there being a time, and I might even try to test it, to where I cut down on the hand traps and play 3 thrust, because and try to add talents in here too or something, because like thrust, being able to search this, search your wishes, set imperm, set majesty, just feels really nice, because like being able to not have to search this but search like a roar or something is really, really nice and high impact, because like if it makes their hand traps less impactful, so like you can end on a even bigger board by just punishing them even harder with their hand traps. So like not only did their hand trap not really do anything and you just played through it, but it also contributed to you making a bigger board. So there, I might mess around with potentially like maybe cutting frost, maybe, just maybe, trimming down some of the hand traps instead of the high impactful ones. Like I'll probably cut down on Ash, because Ash is not as impactful, and then maybe an Imperm, because Imperm can be reset off the Tyrant, and then find a way to add in like maybe two thrust and a talent, or 3 thrust and a talent, or something like that. I don't know. I kind of want to test it, because like I was sitting there looking at the list, and I was like, before I posted, I was like, this thing, there's a lot of normal spells in here. And normal traps, so like I feel like being able to go combo and then set this off of thrust is just, it's just ridiculous. So that could be a world where I try that out too. So be on the lookout for that. I want to test it and see. But the high impact hand traps like Fua and stuff like that, I might swap some of the other hand traps for Droll, because it's high impact and it's a spellcaster at the end of the day that you can link away into Spirit. So like I feel like if you trim the hand traps down, you have to increase the high impact ones instead of the ones that barely trade 1 for 1, like Ash and stuff like that, or Valor maybe. But Valor I think is mandatory, because just the simple fact that it's a level 1 tuner, light tuner at that. But for the links, I got 2 Spirit, 1 Heradic. I do want to run Lina, but I just don't have it yet. I got to get it off my friend Tanner. And since I'm not running Lina yet, even though I think you should, I am still on 3 Spirit. I think you only need 2 though. Definitely if you run Lina, you can get away with 2. Definitely if you find room, or if you're just wanting to run 43 and be a madman and run Master, you easily can get away with only running 2 of this. I only run this many anyways, or even run like maybe 2, because like I am still running the Crimson Dragon package, because it can come up and it just comes up. I still like Azura's definitely into the YUGIOH matchup. There's some game states where they break your board with popping your True Light and nuking your board, but you can end on this. Like for an example, like you're pretty much almost in a top decking state, but you still end on Spirit. You negate your True Light effect and graveyard from nuking your board, and you tag out into this. And then when you tag out into this protects itself, and it's big 3k butt cheeks. But then during your standby phase, you bring back Vanilla, and then bring back Maiden, set True Light, and then you just get right back in there like swimwear. So besides the fact that it's very good into YUGIOH, it's very good into your follow-up and your awkward game states, and helping you also push for game with Vanillas, because it makes it to where you don't have to burn your True Light effect just to summon back Vanillas to try to push for game or Synchro or something and all that. 1 Light Storm, because it's good for the mirror, and it's very good against like I like it against the Fiendsmith, because when they try to make their Desiree huge and untargetable, you just pop their back row and then you just break the rest of their board. 1 Ultimate Spirit, because you can just recycle it. 1 Crimson, and then I am on Cypher instead of Cosmic Blazar. I just like Cypher more. I own Cosmic, I just don't want to run Cosmic, I like Cypher. And then that's it for the Synchros. Fusions, Tyrant, this card is MVP. It doesn't need no introduction. You never hardly make this, even though you can. You just mainly want it for targeting protection. And every single time I summon this guy, I summoned him 3 times in one locals night, and every time I did, it won me the game, mainly because it's protection. One game I was playing against Castira, they shifted me. On top of them shiftering me, they also hit me with a Phantasme, and then evenly matched in a Lightning Storm, all in the same game. What he did is he shifted me. I ended on seals with, I ended on full combo. I just hardly had any follow up. Really. No, he didn't shifter me. That was the other game he shifted me, but he did hit me with the other stuff. He hit me with Thanos. I ended on full combo. He Thanos me, drew 2. I was like, fine, I'm not gonna burn Ash Blossom on that because I think I had Ash in hand, and I was just wanting to save the Ash for Race Off or Theosis. He hit me a Phantasme, aka Thanos. Drew 2. I ended on full board. He baited out my Hieratic Seal with his Phantasme or whatever. Bounced his stuff. He then proceeded to go, because like after he Thanos me, I wasn't trying to play around the evening match because I was like, all right, he's got a body on board anyway. Like he's not gonna have to play evening match or Lightning Storm. Like for God's sakes, come on. But I bounced it. He went battle phase, evenly matched. I kept everything. I got rid of everything but the ultimate fusion. And then he proceeded to go Lightning Storm. And I just chained ultimate fusion, summon this, and he scooped. It was pretty much GG. It was nice because but I had a hand traps in hand too to stop him. And then the last card in the entire extra deck is Typhon. The card comes up. It's kind of silly not to play it. The only thing it locks you out from summoning it is Roar, but I feel like if you're having to summon this, then Roar is not going to save you regardless. That's it for the extra. On to the side deck. Side deck can have some touch up. I'm just running this because it's what I got. 3 Droll, 3 Lancia, 3 Encore, 3 Forbidden, 1 Skill Drain, 1 Duster, 1 Mag. If I were to take this deck to an event or a higher level event, if I wanted to, I would cut 2 of these for a 2 Metal Tronus, and then cut 1 Droll and then the 3rd Forbidden Droplet for 2 Chaos Hunter. That would be my perfect side deck. Yeah, that's what that would be my perfect side deck for like what I'm trying to accomplish and stuff like that. Because that's what I've played online and it's done very well against Rogue and Meta. So, but yeah, another thing too, playing Thrust, playing this on the side is just disgusting. So. Another thing to look into. But that's it for the video, guys. I went X1. This deck can actually play through a lot. It's kind of insane. That's why another reason, like, since the deck can actually play through a lot inherently, I'm really intrigued to potentially try to shift to a Thrust build and see if I like it. Because if you think about it, inherently, if the deck can play through a lot, then it requires a lot less pressure on your non-engine to stop your opponent for you to be able to play. Like, it takes me back to like when I used to play Mech Knights, for an example. Like, if you relied way too hard on your non-engine to stop your opponent so you can play with Mech Knights because your engine wasn't inherently strong enough to push through boards. As where Blue Eyes inherently pushes through boards because everything is just gas. So like, if you like have gas anyways and you pair a talent with like Wishes just baits Ash. Like, it just calls to be ashed. And if they ash it and you still have gas, like a Roar and Maiden and all that left in hand, or a Sage, then you just go talent, rip one, and rip another hand trap out of their hand, and it makes their hand trap go neg, or whatever. And if you have Thrust in hand, then you just go combo, and then just use Thrust to set an Imperm or a Majesty, for crying out loud. So like, I don't know, I just feel like it's really, really busted, and I kind of want to look into it. I don't know if I don't think I really want to cut the hand traps all together. I definitely don't want to do that. I just might drop it from 15 on engine to 12 potentially and see if I like it, or from 12 to 9 or whatever the case may be. But that's just something for all of us to work on in the future together, or for me to work on and show you guys. I'm sorry for rambling. I just like talking. If you couldn't already tell, I'm a rambler, and I just like to try to set you guys up for success, along with tell you guys what I'm trying to cook in my head. But yeah, this past week I just wanted to go to locals and have fun. The primite version is fun, but it gets boring after a while because it's too streamlined, as where this has different avenues that you can go and just gets my Kaiba rocks off. And I just want to be like Kaiba, bro. That's why I put three blue eyes in there. But that's enough rambling for me. If you made it this far and you're still listening to me talk and you watched the whole thing and didn't fast forward through it, then much love to you, and I appreciate you so much for tuning in. If you can, please smash that like button. Subscribe if you're not already. Bell notifications so you never miss an upload. And check the description for all the ways to support me. My affiliate link down there if you want to go buy any of these cards that you may not have. Just use the affiliate link. It's zero charge to you and just gives me a kickback, and I appreciate the support for it. While you're down there, if you want to hit the Discord, become closer to me and the D.D.D fam, go ahead and check the Patreon if you want to become a member of my channel and just pick my brain more and just get closer to me, and whether it's coaching or whatever the case may be. But I love you guys so much for it, and it's your boy Brendan K. Drip from Team D.D. Signing out next time. Peace. Good to my guys. Love you.